Hello dear, welcome once again. In this video, I am going to cover the topic subject-verb agreement. This video is for those who are preparing for competitive examinations or the students at the undergraduate level. I hope you have some idea about subject-verb agreement which you have learnt in your high school. Even if you do not know also, there is no problem because I am going to cover this in a short way. Here in this video, I have used the strategy of testing, correcting, learning and becoming perfect. The problem with subject-verb agreement is that you have to identify the number of the subject, that is, whether it is plural or singular. Finding that only is little difficult because it is very much confusing. There are so many examples wherein you will get confused. Therefore, in order to make those things very easy for you, I have taken around 80 examples. All those confusing things about finding singular or plural is done quite sufficiently in this video. That is the speciality of this video. More the examples, more the perfection. Because when you have to appear for competitive examination, you should be thorough. Every aspect of the grammar item has to be known perfectly. So when you have gone through more examples, the possibility of recollection will be very high. Therefore, I have used this strategy of giving more examples. And as taking more and more examples, it is difficult to accommodate in one video. Because making a video of 1 hour is not a good idea. So it is up 20 minutes is okay. Therefore, I am forced to do 2 parts of this topic. Therefore, kindly watch the second part as well, because tougher examples will be there in the second part. Easy examples and moderate examples are there in the first part. Therefore, to become perfect, please go through the second video also. I have given the link in the description box. So immediately after finishing this, you can go to the next one. Otherwise, as it is, if you are new to my channel, just type Vijayeendra Kshatriya in the search box and you will get my channel, subscribe it, and afterwards go to playlists. Now, you will be given 10 examples in one frame. So first you have to note down all those things if possible. Otherwise, at least pause the video and read all the examples, and whatever the knowledge you have, tackle them and answers will be given later. Okay, first now take these examples for testing, and then I will give you the details how it should be done. Before learning something, it is always better to test the present knowledge. Therefore, here you test your present knowledge. Now I am giving you 20 sentences. Just read them carefully and mark which sentence is correct and which sentence is wrong. That's all. And then we will see other things later. Pause the video here and read each sentence carefully and mark it whether it is right or wrong. It is better if you write down all the sentences. This is the second frame. Here also pause it and read carefully and mark them. This is the third frame. Total there are 20 sentences. Now read carefully and again mark them right or wrong. Okay, if you have completed the work, then it is a time for checking whether you are right or wrong or how much you are right or how much knowledge you have now. First sentence wrong, second and seventh. Rest all are right sentences, or that is correct sentences. In this frame, 9th sentence, 10th, 11th and 14th sentence. These are wrong sentences. Rest all are right. In the last frame, 17th, 18th and 20th. These three are wrong sentences. Rest all are right sentences. Now you tally all your answers with these answers and know how far you know. Now let us see what is the error in each sentence and what should be the correct one. In the first sentence, have was used, so it is wrong. It should be has. In the second sentence, is was used, that is not is, it is are. Were was used in the seventh sentence, that is wrong. It should be was. In the ninth sentence, are was used. It is not are, it is is. 10th sentence was wrong because have was used. It is not have, it is has. In the 11th sentence, was used. It should be were. In the 14th sentence, brings was used. It is not brings, it is bring. In the 17th sentence, is was used. It is not is, it is are. In the 18th sentence, are was used. It is is. In the 20th sentence, no was used. It is not no, it is knows. Now that you have tested yourself and you know where you stand, how much you know. Now let us move further. To tackle subject-verb agreement, you must know two things perfectly. Concept of singular and plural. You have to identify what part of the subject is important and it is whether it is singular or plural. Then after knowing singular or plural, you have to take the verb, whether it is auxiliary verb like am, is, are, was, were, have, has, and verb in its original form, that is, if, for example, if it take is there, then its another form is takes. If the subject is in singular, except I and you, then you have to use verb plus yes, that is take, takes, go, goes, find, finds, like this. If it is I, then if it is present tense, then am is used. If it is past tense, was is used. And for you, it is are in the present tense, were in past tense. He, she, it, or any singular expression, you have to use is in the present tense, was in the past tense. And the same way, has for singular, have for plural. For I and you also, you use have. Only this much if you know, you can easily manage. Okay? Now, when I explain you each example, then definitely you will know all these rules by heart. There is no problem at all. And let us get in. Here are the words and phrases that indicate singular. Normally, these expressions confuse you that they are plural, but they are singular. If you remember all these things which have been given here, definitely you will be very much confident in tackling subject-verb agreement. One is singular, definitely you know. One has to know one's limits. The next one is very much confusing. One of plus plural noun, that is one of the boys. Now, boys here is plural. In the same way with the pronoun, one of them, one of us. Likewise, each of plus some noun or a pronoun. So here, each of the children. Children is plural, but the whole thing, each of the children, when you take it, it is singular. Like that, each of us. So this is also plural. Each of us is a student. Next word is none. That means no one. This also is singular. The next expression is none plus some noun or a pronoun. So it is none of the files. This is totally none of the files is singular. Then none of them is also singular. Everything, everyone, everybody. These expressions also indicate singular. Likewise, anyone, anybody, and nobody. These are singular. Or between two singular nouns and pronouns indicate singular. Next is either of the two. The two is plural, but the whole thing is singular. In the same way, either of them. Then neither of the two, then neither of us. These all are singular. Normally, when we use and between two nouns or pronouns, it is cumulative. That means it shows two. Therefore, it is plural. But there are some expressions with and indicate it is singular. Let us see what are those. Bread and butter, rice and curry, slow and steady, truth and honesty, rise and fall, sum and substance, hue and cry, black and white. These all are singular. Likewise, breaking and entering, bed and breakfast, wine and dine. These are also singular. Here are some phrases which are again singular. See, a bunch of keys. Though keys is plural, but when you take it as a bunch, then definitely it is one, treated as one. Likewise, the fleet of ships, a crowd of people, a herd of cows or buffaloes, a ream of papers, a symphony of musicians, a flock of birds, a swarm of bees. Like this, these all are singular expressions. In the same way, a range of mountains, a crew of sailors, a pack of wolves, a staff of employees, a choir of singers, a comb of bananas, a school of whales, a bouquet of flowers. These are all singular expressions. These expressions are very important for your competitive examinations. Many is plural, but many a is singular. Nothing but is always singular. Now let us see the rules regarding the use of either or. Either you or I am in a position to help him. Either you or he is in a position to help him. You can see very clearly that after or, whatever the pronoun is used, accordingly the verbs are used. The same rule is applied when we use neither nor. Now let us take the sentences that begin with the here, there, it, these, those, like this. Examples. Here are the keys. Keys is a plural noun, but it is used at the last. Here you have to anticipate. That means you have to guess that I am going to use keys. That is a plural. Therefore, I have to use are before that. Here is a bunch of keys. There is someone in the room. There are some boys in the room. Observe the last two sentences. For someone, we have used is in the beginning, and for some boys, are is used. Therefore, you have to anticipate. Now let us see the rules while using with, along with, together with, and as well as. The principal as well as the lecturers was invited. The next sentence, lecturers as well as the principal were invited. Here you can easily and clearly understand how was is used and how were is used. The subject before the phrase as well as, that should be used.
So the principal is singular, therefore it is was. And lecturers is plural, therefore it is were in the second sentence. The same rule is applied when we use along with, together with in the place of as well as. The noun that comes after the phrase as well as, along with, together with, and with should be ignored. Now let us know the plural expressions. All but one, few, a few, all but few, all including. Some of us, some of them, some of you, many of us, many of them, many of you, several. A number of, a large number of, a small number of, an equal number of. There are some items which look like one, that is single item, but they are considered as plural. Look at these items. Trousers or pants, knickers, scissors, shears, spectacles, tweezers, goggles, tongs. Information is singular. Always use information only, not informations. Whereas pieces of information is plural. Trousers is plural. A pair of trousers is singular. News is singular. Bits of news is plural. Two-thirds of people is plural. Two-thirds of the land is singular. Rules is plural, whereas a set of rules is singular. Procter and Gamble, Johnson and Johnson, Tata Motors, Reddy Brothers, these are companies. Therefore, they are singular. The Avengers is the name of the film, therefore it is singular. The Cities is a book, therefore this is also singular.
Pause the video here and note down all these examples, or at least read out all the examples and make corrections, and then go to the next frame. The first sentence is wrong. It should be nobody was absent, because nobody is singular. Either you or he have completed it. This also is wrong. In the sentences where either or is used, the pronoun or a noun which is used after are, that should be considered. Therefore, he has to complete it is correct. The third sentence, no one know the truth, is wrong. No one knows the truth. The fourth sentence is also wrong. It should be all but one are present. If you take 10 people for all, then you leave one, then it becomes 9. Then also it is plural. Therefore, it should be are. Next sentence, 2 and 2 makes 4 is wrong. It should be 2 and 2 make 4, because 2 also is plural, and again 2 is used, that also is plural. Therefore, it should be plural. Everyone wants money is correct, because everyone is singular. A fleet of several ships is moving towards the harbor is correct, because a fleet of several ships is taken as one entity, single. A bouquet of flowers are given is wrong. It should be is given, because a bouquet of flower is taken as one entity. The leader together with his followers has come is correct sentence, because the leader only should be taken here. Whatever is used after together with, that is followers, that should not be considered. None of them are efficient. This is wrong, because it should be none of them is efficient. Now pause the video here and read all the sentences and try to correct them. 11th sentence is wrong, because are should not be used here. It should be is, because the crowd of people is taken as one entity.
One of my friends is selected. This sentence is correct because I am talking about one friend among my friends. Therefore, it is singular. All cars, including the old one, is for sale is wrong sentence. Here, what comes after including, that should not be considered. Only what is before including only is considered. Therefore, all cars is plural, so you have to use are. The bench were not unanimous in their verdict. This is a correct sentence. Bench here means the group of judges. So if all of them are of the same opinion, then it is taken as one entity and it becomes singular. If their opinions are different, then they become different. It becomes plural. Neither of the roads are in good condition is wrong because it should be neither of the roads is in good condition. Wherever neither is used, it is singular. All machines have become old is a correct sentence. The machinery need replacement is a wrong sentence because it should be machinery needs replacement. The machinery is taken as one entity. Therefore, it is needs, not need. My trousers are given for washing. This is correct sentence because trousers is taken as plural. Once again, pause the video here, all the sentences and correct them. Though trousers is plural, but here it is one of my trousers. Therefore, we have to take it as single. So, it is has. 22nd sentence is correct because the president and CEO, these two portfolios are held by one person. If it is the president and the CEO, then it would have become plural. So, for this sentence, presides is correct. 23rd sentence is wrong because after I we have to use am. In the sentence where either or are used, we have to consider the subject which is after or. That is, here it is I. Therefore, am is suitable. Diabetes are a silent killer. Diabetes is a disease. Therefore, it is singular. So, it should be diabetes is a silent killer. Time and tide wait for none. This is correct sentence because time and tide are different entities. He or I has no clues. This is wrong. He or I have no clues because we have to consider I as a subject here. Therefore, have should be used. A stitch in time save 9 is wrong. It should be saves 9 because a stitch is singular. A mob of few men attacks the village. This is correct sentence. Though mob has many men here, but it is considered as one entity because they are all doing one action. A number of people participate in Kumbh Mela. This is correct because a number of people represents so many people. Therefore, it is plural. So, participate is correct. Last sentence also is correct because economics is a subject. It is not plural, it is singular.